Could the release of Deadpool and Wolverine have been the ultimate troll? Yes, but it never would have worked. While appearing on Hot Ones with co-star Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds revealed what would have been hilarious, but terrible in terms of marketing, ploy to blow Deadpool fans' minds.
The original idea with this movie was to shoot a fake movie called Alpha Cop.
After saying that it would have been intentionally bad and that he even had a poster made for it, he explained the premise.
It was about two guys who are sharing one brain, and together they make the ultimate cop.
He even had a tagline all planned out, which would have been,
"Two cops, one brain, all balls."
Reynolds continued by saying that because the fake movie would have been marketed as its own thing, it would have been a massive flop. At first, anyway. He imagined a scenario where only a handful of people would show up on opening weekends to witness the big reveal.
And 5 minutes into the movie, the Marvel logo would flip up and it would actually be Deadpool Wolverine.
The idea of doing a full-on bait and switch is a fascinating idea, but one that would have been extremely difficult to pull off.
If you manage to get right down to the last minute and it gets blown, it would be heartbreaking.
However, if you're going to pull a stunt like this, Deadpool and Wolverine would have been the perfect project for it. After all, the self-aware, goofy nature of Deadpool lends itself well to trolling audiences. Prior to the release of the film, there were tons of rumors and leaks pointing to its massive number of cameos. Without getting into spoilers, we can say that some of those leaks came true. That being said, if ultra top secret cameos were able to make their way onto the internet months before the movie debuted, it's fair to say that the true nature of Alpha Cop would have been revealed ahead of schedule. Being that their production the size of Deadpool and Wolverine employs hundreds of individuals, the age-old idiom of loose lips sink ships would have been proven true. Reynolds is obviously joking when he says that only 10 people would show up on opening night for Alpha Cop. While the actor has delivered his share of big box office bombs, he also has tons of financial hits under his belt, including 2021's Free Guy. Yeah! It's not difficult to assume a significant portion of his fanbase would have shown up to support Alpha Cop, especially because it would have featured Hugh Jackman. While the opening day numbers would have been rather average, word of mouth would have led to Alpha Cop, Deadpool and Wolverine having one of the biggest day-to-day jumps in box office history. Even though his plans didn't manifest, tons of fans believe that Reynolds' Alpha Cop release strategy is brilliant. One ex-user tweeted, "Ryan is a true comedian. Didn't care if the movie tanked at the box office, just wanted to prank everyone." Another wrote, "This would have been so awesome, but he was right. It def would have been leaked and ruined it all." Seeing as Deadpool and Wolverine is set to make a huge chunk of change, maybe Reynolds and Jackman will consider making Alpha Cop down the line. The enjoyment of bad cinema has certainly entered into the mainstream over the past decade or so, thanks to movies like The Room. If they were to market it right, it could very well be worth their while.